Hello everybody. Damn it. Oh dear, what's going on? It appears the screen keeps minimising every time I click my other monitor. What is going on there then? Not quite sure. Especially since I've got the I have to check the options when I get in game. That might be an idea. We shall do that, I think. Oh yeah, right, for this playthrough we're using Conflux. I've never used it before. I really don't know what it entails. Excuse me. I know it can give us different encounters. Oh, there it goes again. That's because I clicked that. Habit. I believe it can give us some different encounters than what the normal game does, and I know it changes some of the spells and skills and what have you. Don't know in great depth about it, but we shall find out as we go along. Don't know if I'm going to be, it's going to be a long series, this, I don't know. I just want to try this out. I thought I'll give it a go on the stream today. So here we go. Yes, we need a character first. I always like to use the origin characters. I don't like using the custom. Oh, I wonder if that's changed anything on the custom though. It might have done. Oh, I'm using the origin. I like the origin characters. We shall use Ifan, I think. And for this one, I want to try and use the Eternal Warrior. I think they called it. Let's do appearance, can we? Skin colour, that's fine. Face. There we go. That'll do. Hairstyle, that looks fine to me. Facial features. Let's get rid of that beard. There we go. And hair colour. Well, we know what that's going to be, don't we? Grey. Presets, no. Talents. No, don't want gorilla. Oh, what shall we have? We need living armour at some point. And if I could switch over, I would do, to check. I don't think it's going to let me. What can we start with? Oh, that might be good for a melee character. So parry master, that'd be good as well. Living armour we definitely need at some point. I think leech as well. Right, I'm just going to have to flick onto this. It's going to minimise my screen, I do believe, but Here we go. Just while I check what these abilities he wants us to have. Oh. Recommends Opportunist, Living Armour, Executioner and Hothead. But we do have new skills with this Conflux, so... Always gain 30% of your strength or finesse increase as bonus damage for your magic attacks, and 30% of your intelligence increase as bonus damage to your weapon attacks. When you perform one attack, gain plus 40% additional bonus damage to your next magical attack. Okay. Alright, well, we'll follow this, I think. Let's take that off. Let's go for Opportunist to start us off. Talents, we want... Would help if we're on the right one. One fighter. Into strength. Confirm. Edit that. Warfare. Polymorph. I think we're going to be speccing into Necromancer at some point. Blind Persuasion, I think. Tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to set my laptop going. so I don't have to keep using that screen, and I can actually check on this without switching over. No point using a guide for a build if I can't look at it. Won't be a second. Right, edit. Use that and that. Let's confirm. Cello. I always have cello. I like the cello. I think we're about ready. Oh, still have points to spend. Good. Right, let's give this a whirl.
It all happened like I knew it would. A single drop of source magic. And like flies to honey, the monsters swarmed. The rebel panicked. The carnage began. And the magisters pointed their fingers at me. Just as I'd planned. I was shackled and collared, and sent to Fort Joy. I'd come here to kill Godwoken, but instead I became part of their story.
Conflux configuration of as many features including origin character customization, increased game difficulty options, removal of city dialogue looping, NPCs in addition to enabling or disabling innate talents. Okay.
Easy now. No need to hurry. Get your bearings and report to me upstairs.
The things I do to complete a contract.
Right, let's sort this bar out first. What's that? Basic movement. Okay. Oh. We don't need resurrect scrolls. Morphic elements. Change the basic type of the weapon you're currently holding in your main hand. I can go over there. We'll be using that for a while. Lock that up. Odin Omicron. This book is brimming with arcane energy. Using it will summon Odin Blade's illusion, where you can configure settings for Odin Blade mods. Not using any Odin Blade mods. Okay. A mystery letter. Your target is none other than Divine Bishop Alexander, leader of the Divine Order. Get close and show our benefactor why the Silver Claw is most feared amongst all the lone wolves. For some aid with your mission, seek out Magister Boris in the ghetto. Speak our motto, Glechu Duma. To identify yourself, may the moon light your tracks. Roost Ammon.
As soon as we get to Fort Joy,
okay. First part of the quest. Everything grenades. Teaches all vanilla grenade recipes. Let's use that. Conflux configuration orb. What's that? Conflux curator. Curator can sell Conflux related skill books. Enable, disable Lone Wolf and Pet Pal. Turn on enable Lone Wolf, okay, done. Enhance NPC talent scripts, I don't know what that is. Remove dialogue loops, I don't know why. Annoying NPC dialogue loops. Is that 4? Yes. Slight cheats. Enable tags Scholar Mystic Villain for free. That sounds like good. And why has that got 2 4s? Surely that must be 5. That's 5. Free Scholar and Mystic. Not sure I want the villain tag. Immortal Soul Laura. Let's do that. Configure innate talents. Difficulty options. Slight cheats. Done, I think, for the time being. Renee Skull.
Nice haircut, Smiley.
No, we won't bother with that. And I don't think we'll bother with this. So we'll loot the bosses that are near us. I can't see the point in doing the tutorial. I think I know what I'm doing. Sometimes. It's been a long time since I played it though, I must admit. A long time. Two Chronicles. Under the Collar. All for Long. Meriwether Magister Crusade.
Why, you're looking a bit more... There you are. Not too tight, I hope. The collar, I mean. Oh, not to worry. Every dog has to get used to its leash. In the meantime, your next stop will be Magister William. All passengers have to be registered in the ship's manifest. And there's the chap in charge of the logs. You'll find him on the other side of this deck, in the officers' quarters. The good ship Meriwether. But you can stand at ease there, Private. You do realize you're not in the army.
Index fingers pressed to her lips, she pauses a moment to give you a scrutinizing gander.
My word, you do seem a bit befuddled, don't you? Perhaps I was a bit too generous with that sedative. Oh, well, I'm sure you'll soon gather your wits. Most likely. A new life awaits, and if you're a particularly good boy, perhaps a cure as well. An end. Why, for my peace of mind, of course. Why don't you try casting one of those source spells of yours? See what happens.
Currents of magic surge inside you, boiling, bursting, then breaking, only to fade back into your soul like rain into the earth.
My, look at the concentration on your face. All will, but no result. There you have it.
She enjoys that way too much.
Function. It neuters you of sorts. Makes you unable to cast source. For your own peace of mind, of course. Yours.
Just check these options. Would you? That voice seems a bit low. Just take it up a little bit. What are we on? Maybe that's why it keeps disabling itself. It was on full screen. Ultra auto detect. Motion blur off. Keep those. I'm not using a gift bag. I was looking to see if there was a way to check the mods, but there isn't.
Bloody murder. Looks like someone's hit the Hall of Echoes a little early.
Behind the Magister, a bloodied mass lies in a heap. Gore and limbs lie at odd angles. You can't make out a face amid the mess.
There's been a murder. The sorcerer was killed by one of your own. Lucky you were busy getting your collar fitted at the time, or you'd be a suspect like the rest of them. Waters is investigating. She'll figure out who did it. Always does.
Ugly sight, isn't it? Burns me up this happened under our protection. We're extremely lucky no Voidwalker followed the source that did this. Finn didn't see it like that. He was desperate for us to help him. Two things scared the living daylights out of him. His own shadow and his own source. We'll find out who did this. Speaking of...
She looks up at you with a mirthless smile.
I was on duty in your room when the murder happened. You were asleep the whole time. Didn't even stir. You're one of the only indisputably innocent people on the ship. Unless you can commit murder in your sleep, of course. Finn was killed by Source. If a Magister could do that, there wouldn't be a Magister. It looks more like a passenger managed to slip their collar. And the rest, well, you see the evidence in front of you. Listen, I could use someone to keep their ears open among the passengers. Sometimes they clam up in front of a unit. Bring me a good lead, and I'll throw in a shiny gold coin for you. A man of principle. I get it. Wonder how you'll feel when whoever did this does it again. You let me know if you hear anything. Whoever did this is dangerous. No lesions, no trauma. He was bled by magic.
The one from Driftwood with nary a care, offered me kisses and answered my prayer. I accepted her gift, and then to my dismay, a spider she was, and her buffet. Once feasting was over, she licked her red lips. I rose from the floor, still coming to grips. She thanked me for coming and bade her farewell. My prayer indeed answered, though I still did swell. Nice. Nice. I remember that kiss from the Spider Woman. Right, I don't think there's any point in talking to all these people. We know what they do and what they say. Yet to make a decision who the party is going to be. Lucy's always one of my favourites, and I think I might drop her for this one.
I'm not suited for this. It's sea cow. Haven't got any shears, have you?
No, we don't have any shears at the moment. Yeah, I'm torn to take with me. I might have to take Beast, because I've never completed his story. And I've never completed the Red Prince either. I've done Seville's, and I've done Losses. Did I do Ifans? I think I might have done Ifans as well. I think that was my first party.
The Magister's more concerned than your appetite.
Don't you get saucy with me when you clearly don't know the first thing about sauce.
No, I'll tell you what it was Fane that I completed it. I haven't done it on If either. The original party was Sibyl,
That knuckle if you keep carrying on.
Bane.
One of us wouldn't kill
And it must have been if I'm.
But I reassure you and you shut up.
You think me mad?
Mad? No. Insufferable, surely.
What are you trying to hear anyway?
I'll tell you if you can keep it quiet long enough for me to listen.
Let's get some bedrolls ready.
Why won't you sing? A no doesn't become a yes over time, you know.
It was one of them. I know it.
Would you put a knuckle in it? I'm trying to concentrate.
They don't care about us. We're like cattle to them.
Here to register, sir. Good, good. You faring okay so far? Glad to hear it. You head on in now.
Thank you, sir.
Keep with those bolts trained on her, and if she tries to run, shoot to kill.
You seem on edge, officer. What on earth is the matter?
Murder most foul, and I strongly suspect you know all about it.
Do you? Well, perhaps you're absolutely right.
Keep with those bolts trained on her, and if she tries to run, shoot to kill.
Not with the carrot, don't want those.
What on earth is the matter?
Murder most foul, and I strongly suspect you know all about it.
Do you? Well, perhaps you're absolutely right.
Keep with those bolts trained on her, and if
Standing at the center of the room, you spot a sorcerer haughtily eyeing a pair of nervous-looking magisters. They keep their crossbow trained upon her as she's being interrogated by an officer.
so you admit it then? You murdered that poor fella.
Yes, I did. But of course, that was only the beginning.
She turns her head and looks you straight in the eye.
There are others whose lives must end.
Good God, the woman's mad. You there, sorcerer, go and fetch Magister Siwan. We need to do more than collar this maniac. We need to shackle her, hands and feet.
Address the sorcerer and ask her what she meant by there are others whose lives must end.
It means your journey draws to a close. Do stick around for its finale, though, because...
She reaches for her collar and simply removes it.
I'm just about to create a scene.
Subdue her, men, quickly! If she casts Source, the Voidwoken will come. They'll end us all.
She smiles with wicked satisfaction.
Precisely.
What's happened?
Weapons. Equip. Equip. Shields up. I'm not going to put the bucket on. Not at all. Okay. Think we're okay there. No value to those. BC key. 6 new recipes. Garlic. This tome contains no text, instead sketches of dragons fill every page. The artist is hardly talented but clearly enthusiastic. Restoration scroll. I've missed that.
The hound paws desperately at its snout. It winces as it draws blood from its wet black nose and continues scratching.
Shout to the dog, he has to get out of here. The ship's going to sink.
The dog notices you for the first time and snarls, the hairs on its back prickling as it lowers it.
You sorcerer!
It sneezes suddenly and paws at its nose once more.
Can't smell. Can't breathe. Too much sauce. Too much. Too much. Please, make it stop. Too much. Too much. Can't.
The dog whines and continues pawing.
Okay.
Not long before this thing snaps into splinters.
Take those.
Damn. That doesn't bode well. Onwards and upwards.
Gods. By divine grace,
He eyes the collar circle.
another sorcerer! Like you don't know? Mutiny! Did that witch fix? Go. Do what you must.
Thank you. With many brutal decays, Bracchus tyranny spread. His hunger for source and political power drove him to develop heinous devices and magic hitherto unknown. He punished the living with death and the dead with undeath. Many attempted to stand up to him, wizards, philosophers, scholars, but it was the order of the Source Hunters that ultimately forced Bracchus Rex to atone for his sins. Nice. The Source Hunters, valiant though they were, could not have foreseen Bracchus' resurrection at the hands of the cult of the Eli Killers. We owe our very lives to two more of the very order that first fought to bring Bracchus Rex to justice. The Source King is dead, yet his monuments still dot the land, and a chilling but necessary reminder of his legacy of cruelty, greed, and arrogance. Wow. Sorcerer monarchs once performed great deeds across the lands, and in his first days Bracchus did so from the isle he called home. But in time, as is true of so many things, he became increasingly corrupted by Source. So great was his greed that his fear that crafted a soul forge with his twin, Cassandra. Once the ritual was complete, Bracchus turned her into an undead lake, so that she, and thus he, might live forever. Very good. Did we meet her on the first Divinity? Original Sin? I think we did. Right, but it is... Right. We need 1 point into Scoundrel. One point into Hydrosophist, which is what we'll do now. Oh, we've already got 1 point in that. Damn it. Oopsie daisy. I think we're going strength all out here, aren't we? Oh, getting 2 points ago. Okay. That's dead. Ripped painting's not worth any, destroyed painting's not worth anything. I don't think.
Damn it. Need to get off this wreck. Quick.
Something's pounding on the hull!
Quick word with Fane.
You pass through the door, and suddenly the skeleton is quickly leaving.
No, it catches
The skeleton.
Oh. Yes? Shouldn't you be
running or screaming or some such?
Stupid question, but we'll ask it.
Frantically flipping from page to page.
I know your god did not gift you with much, but kindly is the little you were given.
Oh, there we go. I can actually click my screen again. Good. Okay.
Do you look at me and think, why? No, damp robes are the most I have to fear. Whereas you, I believe, have lifeboats to pointlessly squabble over. Remember, one of your race's weaknesses is having your lungs filled with water until you can no longer breathe. So,
the skeleton resumes his leafing through page after page, while hunching over the book in a futile attempt to keep it dry.
Did we get the key? Where's the key? What, Let's write this letter, we're near the Isle. By the time the Elm delivers it, I will be but a day away. I've heeded Alexander's orders just as you said I should. I think of Lucian often. Would the Divine have condoned this? Would he have blessed us as we ripped children from their mothers? Can this be the only way? I feel cold, inside and out. One of the things I am certain, your arms will warm me when I find you again. With love, Rix. Oh, bless. Read that, read that, read that. Shall we letter? This letter contains a set of instructions for transporting sorcerers to a place called the Joy. Someone has linked an angry black line from the top left to the bottom right. Okay. In fact, that can go in there as well. And that. Murtoff, Deathfog barrels have been locked down in storage. Stay out. You and Rix both. If anyone starts fooling around down there, it'll be lights out. Now we have seen a trick on various YouTube channels where they put that barrel here, I think, and then they glitch through the wall, which I'm not going to do. Because then they use these barrels to kill Alexander the first time you see him in Fort Joy. I think that takes a bit of the fun out of it. I'm not going to do that.
The marking on the door was painted. You press your palm against the door to open it. The wood feels neither cold nor warm. It doesn't budge.
Use your key.
The door groans open.
Something's breaking through! What in the hell are those things? Deathfog! I need to get out of here now!
Yeah, I don't think I can get that. Might be able to get that one. Nice.
A lifeboat. That means there's still a chance.
Shut your trap, kid. Children and dwarfs first. Just the dwarf yanks at one of the nips.
Said there were other people down there. We need to help them.
You see those tentacles, kid? It's time to get the hell out of here.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. There's a ladder right over there.
You're gonna be the death of us, you hear?
If you can walk. Yes. Wait! Void Woken! These beardless bugs will sink the ship on the watch.
I thought Void Woken was supposed to be scary.
Let the games begin.
We'll take those to sell, I think. We need all the gold we can get. Hey, Edwin.
I hear something. It's Magister Silver.
Yeah, well, I've installed a few mods. The main one is the Conflux one, which is like a complete. It's an overhaul of the game itself. So it adds some things into it that I want to see. I want to see if we can do it. How are you feeling, Edwin?
Trying to stem the bleeding of a gushing wound.
Look around for some way to help.
Jagged movements. She raises her clenched fist and holds out a length of cloth soaked with some kind of strong-smelling tincture.
Good, good. Very glad, mate. Take the cloth and hold it tight to the wound. Yeah, I'm doing fine. A bit croaky today for some reason. I don't know why.
Magister Siwan's mouth opens and closes, her eyes wide in terror.
Hold the cloth tighter to the wound.
The pressure is stemming the flow of blood. Siwan clutches your arm, her eyes locked with yours. Something within the ship snaps. The floorboard shuts.
Continue holding the cloth to the wound. Take Siwan's hand and try to help her stand.
Siwan struggles to her feet, clinging to you tightly. The ship lets out a deep groan, then cracks.
Gods.
It's ripping the ship apart.
There's two ways you can mod it, Edwin. Either through Steam, or the way that I'm using it at the moment is through Nexus mods. Most of the mods you can actually download to your desktop and install directly into Divinity, into the file there.
Honorable Dallas, we lost a ship sailing.
If you do a search, do a web search for Divinity Original Sin 2 Conflux.
High Judge Oriven.
And you should find details there of how to do it.
So the Order's right about one thing. We attract Voidwoken. Am I the lone survivor? Only one way to find out.
Escape from Fort Joy, Hot Under the Collar, A Wolf Alone, Merryweather, Escape from Reaper's Eye. Oh, that's slightly better than what we're using. We'll equip those. There's one of the mods. Unbreakable lockpick.
Any man who put his likeness in stone is a fool in my book.
Yeah, I don't think I need to talk to him, and he doesn't tell me anything. And short stick. Yeah, it's the same edition as me, mate. Well, if it's on Steam, it should update if anything needs updating.
Voidwoken. Those are the same beasts that sank our ship. Damn. They made it to shore.
Oh, you don't have it from Steam? Oh, okay. I'm sure there must be an update on the loader for it. If you start the game, you'll find you'll get, you know, like an MMO loading screen. You get one of those. I'm sure there must be an update on that. Ooh, I might have not done that right. Is that going to get both? No, only one. Damn it.
I thought these bloody collars were supposed to keep us at bay.
Edwin, what you like?
The face is familiar. What's left of it? He was aboard the ship.
Okay, that's done. Other scraps. I suppose I should pick a shell if I wanted to eat it. I already have that recipe, a bit strange. Go on, take that.
Another giant. My word. What's that? Yes, I did see how it made... But that is no reason to trust it. Giants like that destroyed our forests. They are the very reason the great acorn is returning in all its wrath. What? Dear me, have you taken leave of all 6 of your senses? You would have me use this giant for a shield? Why would I... Oh, I see. You cunning devil, Quirkus. Of course, if it defeated the great acorn's vile servants, it can do so again. We need only follow in its big...
I thought you're supposed to be retired, Edwin. She'd have all the time in the world to play them.
Egads, it speaks our tongue, Quercus. Hush before. What do you mean a good time for introductions? You know full well who I am, you silly old cat. The great Salora, grandest of the... Oh, introduce myself to the giant. I shall do no such thing. You give away your trust too easily, my dear steed. No, we will have the giant march. In time, we'll see whether it deserves our confidence. Now, onwards! Shield! Venture forth, post-haste. The great acorn waits for no one.
Yeah. Yeah, you could be a collector, mate. We've nearly leveled, I think. Yeah, 95%. Let's not pick him up yet. Let's try and get a bit more experience.
A black cat. Maybe my luck is about to change.
Here lies a nameless inmate.
It seems we're not the
May he
only
find
ones
the peace
taking on
denied him in
strays.
life in the Hall of Echoes.
No need to be jealous, Quercus. Fur maketh not the cat.
No, we can't dig it up. We haven't got a shovel.
I've spotted something.
What did you spot then? Oh, hello, cat.
The cat's eyes are clouded and grey, but it stares at you with acute intensity.
What? How did I get... Hey, stop following me. I know who I am. At least I think I do. Sometimes it feels like... No, I know who I am. Who are you? You think books have the answer? No. I mean, I think I...
The cat shakes its head, as if trying to wake up from a deep sleep. The cat opens his mouth as if to speak, but his eyes lose focus, and with a jerk...
Come gather close and let me tell you my philosophy concerns one matter only, the appreciation of small things. For example, consider the exquisite ordinariness of usefulness, or an everyday object like a crafter's kit welcomes its valuable assistance in your life and you'll never look back. Remember my words, friend, appreciate the small things. A big life can only be composed of many small and wonderful things. 6 new recipes.
Pensively, our shield looks down upon us. Dear me! Why, yes, I speak! Shield! What are your... A giant body, but no giant brain. Surely, even the tall folk know that Rivellon was bare before the great acorn fell from above and seeded the Urwood, covering this land in beautiful, perfect forests. Beautiful and perfect until the giant races, no offense, realized they could use it to build their houses and fuel their fires. They carved the Irwood up, and the forests shrank and shrank. None of the original wood remains. But someday, the great acorn will fall again. The forests will be reborn, and the giant races will be wiped from this world. At least that's what I hear. Oh, Quercus, it wants answers. As if it is the first creature to ponder the big questions of the universe. What tree did the great acorn fall from? Where did that tree come from, if not a greater acorn? Could you build a nest great enough to store the great acorn for the winter? Some questions have no answers. Quercus, why is that so difficult to understand? The great acorn will come. It will destroy the world, and squirrels will reign supreme forever. I fail to see what's so difficult to grasp. What do you say, Quercus? We once believed it was good, but now... No, quite right. As terrible as the giants have been to us, we do not want to see them wiped out. Rather, we must find a way to live together in peace, giant and squirrel. Although it would be quite a bit easier to get along if the giants would stop turning our home forests into spears and ships and things, wouldn't it, Quercus? Perhaps the shield will let them know as much.
How have you managed to fill 5 terabytes? Edwin. I've got a 2 terabyte hard drive on this PC and a 500 gigabyte SSD. And I'm not nowhere near running out of space, and I've got lots of games on this. Open mushrooms. Yeah, how can we get some experience here? I don't think it matters. I think we'll talk to him. Unless I can get a shovel. Somehow I get a shovel from. One branch. Oh, right, okay.
this leads.
Yeah, he can join us.
Opens up. Yuki's leaning over a corpse, prodding and pulling at the skin of its face.
Bugger. How on earth am I supposed to...
Skeletal fingers reach down and grip the skin of the dead man's face, pulling sharply upwards. After a few more tugs at the man's cheeks, the skeleton relents, letting the head drop to the ground with a damp thud.
Damnation. That stuck fast.
Yeah, they're not particularly huge games, those, are they, Edwin? Got what happened on a USB drive? Nice.
Ah! No! Stay back! Don't... Oh. It's you. I must admit I'm surprised. Perhaps you're more buoyant than I suspected.
Oh, good. So which one have you got? Divinity Original Sin 2 on?
Oh yes, an exceptionally common but exceptionally valuable commodity. A face. A face that seems rather stubbornly attached to his skull. I would normally employ a tool to delicately but viciously rip the face from the body. I could then craft a mask to hide my bone. But as I lack such a tool...
The skeleton grabs the corpse by the cheeks and pulls hard, grunting in frustration as the body's skin holds firm.
Because my own was stolen from me. And the idea of being chased across Rivellon by every idiot with a torch does not... Oh, get away! Monster! Hide the children! You are simple beasts. And you simply do not like my... Well... Not my kind, but those that look like me. So, if I am to traverse this land, I will need a mask to disguise my features. Simply put, I am an Eternal, and you are not. You have my sympathies. Indeed, no one seems to have the good taste to be. My people are rather... absent. At least from this realm. As for the others, well...
I take it you're back on your PC again now, Edwin.
Perhaps
Since the spelling is all correct today. You're not using your phone.
A cult? Hardly. We were a race that existed before the idea of race was needed. We were all one. I could ask you to imagine an Eternal as a creature of incredible intelligence and skill. But I fear the limits of your imagination would not do us justice.
Okay.
We studied the mysteries of the universe. We created works of great art. We disappeared. But I will find them. Wherever they are, I will find them. We will have our world again. Well, that is the curious thing. They are clearly absent from this world, and yet they are everywhere. Every one of your races resembles them in some manner, and the statues you have built to your gods look remarkably familiar. Perhaps my people have ascended to some new realm, or perhaps your gods are merely a folk memory. Regardless, they are not here, but I will find them. Wherever they are, I will find them. I suppose, circumstances being what they are, it could be advantageous. You seem more at ease in this world than I. A guide would certainly be useful. Excellent. While we are conversing, perhaps, of course, the arcane arts are my little speciality, but being a brilliant wizard does not mean I cannot handle blade or bow. So...
Right, well, I'm not going to be using Fane, I don't think, so it doesn't really matter what I get. You need to sort them out, Edwin.
Let's be off.
Right. You can get rid of that. There we go. Clear all that away. We'll come back and go up there in a short while.
You spot a strange lizard gazing over the water with a steady, malcontent stare. His skin is of a bright, blood-red color. Could he be... Yes, you recognize him from the ship. It would seem you're not the only one who survived the tentacles of the deep. The lizard turns about with the graceful ease of a dancer, or a duelist. You lock eyes with his, two smouldering embers that sizzle your very soul.
I did survive, yes. And chances are I wouldn't have, had you not returned to the aid of your fellow passengers down in that. You have my gratitude.
Hand over heart, he salutes you with a bob of the head. More than a nod, though less than a bow.
Telling you glad to help doesn't do to stand idly by while people are in danger.
Yes, I'm sure you've all the makings of a hero and all that, but let's not get carried away, shall we? Now then, if there's nothing further...
That's what he's doing here, standing on that rock.
I don't mean to sound condescending, but I had thought it quite self-evident I was gazing out over the waves.
He sighs dramatically.
Tell me, what do you see when you cast your glance over this ocean?
I see a bunch of bad ways to die.
Which goes for the dry parts round here too, I imagine.
He looks out over the water once more, and so do you. A few tranquil moments pass as the waves lap against your thoughts.
As for myself, when I consider this vast expanse before us, I see an empire. I see continents dotted with mighty cities, and shimmering along the soft curve of the sea's horizon, I picture the palaces that formed my paradise. Lost.
Why, Edwin? Why have you got 3 or 4 versions?
What do you mean, what do I mean? I mean just what I say. I had a very actual empire that I lost.
Suddenly, having all the air of being deeply offended, he stares at you with utter incredulity.
Well, don't just stand there gawking like an ape at an abacus. Or do you really mean to tell me you don't know who I am?
Scholar, a red lizard. That can only mean one thing. He's the notorious Red Prince.
The very same. I am the Red Prince, the All-Conqueror, the World-Tamer, the spouse of the sun. Of course you know me.
There's a brief moment's pause, during which his grandiloquent pose deflates ever so slightly.
That said, I suppose I must own up to the fact that I find myself rather in between all-conquering and world-taming opportunities at the moment. The grandeur that is my fate has hit a bit of a snag. But never you worry. For the throne I was destined, and my throne I shall have. Truly. A kind offer indeed. And you've already proven to be trustworthy enough. You came back for the others on that ship, after all. Fine, I accept. On one condition. For reasons I'll not disclose right now, it is imperative that I should meet with a dreamer, one of the mystics of my kind. I've reason to believe one of them may be present on this island. Promise me we'll look for him, and I'll extend you the blessing of my company. Jolly good. So, now that that's settled, first things first. Even if you are as versed in the art of eloquence as I am, that our swords will be doing a lot. As a born fighter, I prefer the perfection of the blade myself. But I'm well acquainted with the secrets of magic, and yes, even subterfuge. Wizardry is embedded in my nature as deeply as the instincts to breathe and drink and mate. The dominion over fire suits me best, truth be told, but there is no school of magic I cannot master.
Between a cleric or a wizard. I know we just did the wizard with Fane, but we're definitely not keeping him. He will not be making the journey with us. So I think I might do you as the wizard since you already have fire. Oh dear. Nice one, Edwin. Actually, I think he gets a lightning breath. So we might go for Enchanter. Yeah, let's go for Enchanter on him.
Then to victory or...
The Red Prince nods and gives you a smile.
Now, as you're aware, you'll be traveling with a prince. Proper forms of address include Your Majesty, Your Royal Highness, or if you're feeling... As your luck would have it, I seem to be fresh out of luggage, so you won't... Of course, there are other forms.
Right, okay. Back for all my keys. Okay, Edwin. I'll give the Red Prince one of those. Right. Need teleport for that. Oh, I'll tell you what. You can dig.
Here lies a nameless inmate. May he find the peace denied him in life in the Hall of Echoes. Here lies a nameless inmate. May he find the peace denied him in life in the Hall of Echoes.
Don't know why we can't do that yet.
Alexander.
Stay back, sorcerer, and stay silent. Our Godwoken speaks.
We know you've been helping sorcerers escape, Atusa. We have proof.
I'd sooner cut my tongue out than lie to you, Alexander. I know nothing of any escapees.
Oh, you shouldn't have said that, Atusa.
If you can tell the Godwoken no more, your tongue is of no use. Cut it out.
This can't be serious, Alexander. Come.
You should know by now to obey your superior, Magister, whatever she may ask.
Bishop Alexander idly glances in your direction, curiosity on his face. Recognition seems to flicker in his eyes for a moment, but then he shakes his head and looks back towards Dallis. Atusa pinches the tip of her tongue with 2 fingers and brings her dagger to its root. Her eyes squeeze shut. Drops of blood form against the dagger's edge and quickly fall to the ground. She groans.
Stop! My father, may his soul rest in peace, would be disappointed in you, Atusa. To think you would lie to his only son, your bishop, and your friend these many years. The fate of our realm hangs in the balance. If you will not help us save it, then you will help the Void destroy it. Dallis?
Yes, Your Holiness?
I believe we're done here.
Ding.
What a waste. Come, we'll be needed elsewhere.
The Lizard Magister, or what's left of her, lies in a puddle of gore.
These creatures are so prone to violence, naturally the weaker specimens suffer.
She was a lizard, yet a magister. No matter her reasons, her penalty was fair.
An odd-looking young woman is staring intently at the statue to the divine, fingers curled rigidly at her sides. Greyish-black veins, her head snaps to you mechanically, and her eyes lock. Light suddenly flashes back into her face. The grey veins drain to pinkish flesh.
Hey there, tall, dark, and glowery. What's your name? I'm Losa. Pleased to meet you. Ah, it's nothing really. It's just... I'm just a bit... well, a bit... hospitable? Put it like this. You've never been a host, I bet. That's because you're an infested clump of leaves on the side of the road. That ain't bad, though. I'd give just about anything to be like you. But I'm a roadside inn. Red door, flowers out front, friendly lady at the door beckoning you in for half price. Like a goddamn gold star inn for the disembodied.
She gives you a searching look.
You seem pretty well adjusted. Ain't that just the truth? So, how are you enjoying the joy? So true. And you can stay as long as your heart desires, free of charge. So, you want to check this place out together? Strength in numbers and all that. It does, right? Before we head out, I've got more than a few tricks up my sleeve, so you'll have to pick which one I'll pull out if... Lately I've been into the enchanting arts, but I can shoot, slash, summon, steal, whatever your little black heart desires. So, what'll it be?
I'm not sure about Losa. I'm not sure if I'm taking her. Who shall we do with her?
Don't know if you could tell, but mysticism's kinda my speciality.
Conjurer.
So, yeah? Well, that was easier than I...
Yeah, the only reason we picked her up is to do this.
This is not your business, Long Pig.
Don't let this moss muncher talk to you like that. Especially a cheapskate like this one. Griff already knows she don't like to pay her fair share. Pay up, elf. No one shorts Griff. Especially not one of you. You two ought to be thanking your lucky gods it's us, and not the magisters enforcing round here. A fool never knows what they've got till it's well and gone. Now come on, elf. If you make me say it again, there's gonna be trouble.
Ooh, I've never seen that one before. That might scare them off from fighting though. No, it's not, we're not doing that one. We want to fight them.
We got a system, and it...
There we go.
Follow me, before more of them trouble us. There is a safe place.
Get out of there. Right, very quickly run through this. Philosophist 1, Polymorph 1, Warfare 1. The point in warfare. I wonder if persuasion is shared between the characters. I'd like to do him Lucky Charm, since he'll be looting mainly. Give him another one in persuasion. Heritage, Hydra's Fist. Shall I make him the main mage? On Pyro. Intelligence. Twice. We need a new Lore Master. Just change that. Right. Right. We can go in and do some more fighting next time. Alright guys, I'm going to call it there. Thanks for watching. Don't forget, if you're watching on YouTube, please leave a like and subscribe. It does help me out immensely. If you're still there, Edwin, I shall see you soon, my friend. This is Olgrey signing off.